Hallelujah, hallelujah. Y'all climb on in.
Hallelujah.
God's a city, God's a strip. Shalom, shalom. You got the door and all that, right? Okay.
The door.
Shalom, shalom, my brother.
My brother. Bless him.
Y'all climb on in. We finna get started. Oh, praise. Hallelujah.
Yeah, you want to put your cup on the floor. You better guard that thing. Let's get her done. Hallelujah.
He said he don't want that. He want what you got. You see, though, he said,
hey, how about the yelling, man?
Yeah, come on,
games around here. Most High allowed us to make it through another feast of unleavened bread.
Yeah, where you at, Push? Pull up.
Oh, praise. Yeah, you local.
Pull up, Push.
Come
shalom,
on.
Shalom. YAH'KI, shalom, shalom. Jay Free, shalom. Y'all climb on in.
Anybody got any devices that need to be connected to the Wi-Fi? Let me know so I can go ahead and sign y'all in. Anybody got any devices that need to be connected to the Wi-Fi? Let me know so I can sign y'all in.
Push over there trying to follow the what is that? What's the governor said? That social distancing stuff.
Push, you trying to follow the social distance rule?
Social distancing.
Straight away, Elder Rufus. Shalom, shalom, Elder Rufus.
Yeah, social distance.
My boy Drew, what's up with him, my brother? Climb on in. Shalom, shalom.
Mask on, searching.
Shalom. Stephanie, you gotta change your name, man. It's Toriah now. You gotta change that, man.
Going off.
Going off. All right, look. So, y'all turn y'all phones down. I can hear me somewhere. Somebody got me on. Whoever phone it is. All right, let's get it, Nee. Let's get this started. We're gonna pray on in. We're gonna have what's up, man? Sit down somewhere. We're gonna have a quick class going over this last day of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're gonna get some understanding. Because you look out, you see a lot of people.
Listen up.
A lot of people quickly forget about what we went through in that wilderness. And a lot of people don't understand that right after Passover, y'all realize after Passover, we left up out of Egypt, right? That's the reason why we had to eat in haste. Y'all realize that, right? So Feast of Unleavened Bread was literally on the go, right? Have you been like that in the mindset, or you been comfortable? Huh? Have you been eating damnable? Huh? Y'all realize that they literally left captivity where they thought was home. But we've been saying as we looking out and we've been hearing, having our ears to the ground, a lot of people ain't having that same mind frame. A lot of people still comfortable. How is you comfortable in the land of your captivity? How are you comfortable in wickedness? How are we comfortable? Huh? Ain't that the whole part of unleavened bread and getting the yeast of sin up out of your temples? Before we cleanse our houses, we need to make sure our temple's clean. Have we done that? Do y'all understand what the wilderness is? Y'all realize the Feast of Unleavened Bread kept in the wilderness.
That's right.
Did y'all understand? Do y'all know that? The Feast of Unleavened Bread was kept in the wilderness. Why is that? We left right after Passover. So what's the connection? And that's what we need to really be going over today, because honestly, as a brother, as y'all servant, I don't think y'all really understand that. Because if we truly did, then we'll be conducting ourselves in a total different way. This is way more serious than just feasting and having fun time. Y'all think they was feasting and having a fun time when they was walking through that wilderness? Nothing on their backs. Didn't know what they was going to rely on. All of a sudden, a guy that they've been refusing, ain't been serving and did some miracles for them. They're like, hold on, we got to walk where? We going to look for a going doing what? For 40 years. Is that the mindset you got? Or you walking, or you on the path to enlightenment? Or you on the path looking for that new city called Jerusalem? Looking for that city called God? Is that on our mindset? Or is we just here feasting? We kicking it? Literally, for real. Like, what is our mindset on? This the last day. How soon do we forget? Very, very quick. So look, we're going to pray in and we're going to get to it, and we're going to link these two things together. All right, let's get it.
Hallelujah. Let's get her done.
All praise.
Let's get her done. Y'all know Jerusalem back that way toward that corner. Let's go ahead and get her done. We're going to do a Nehemiah Psalm, you see?
Yeah, I got it.
In the fourth, and we pray against these forces. Let's get the spirit moving in this day. We out here doing. You pick us one of them powerful songs, brother. You
know how you get down. We know how you do.
Oh. If you're in here, get on your knees. We get on our knees for Yahweh and His only begotten Son.
That's right.
Let's get it.
All right, y'all, how we looking?
We're looking good.
Yeah,
Get it done.
Maybe Psalms, keep want to go back to this 134. 34. So I'm going to run this again, all right? Verse 1. I will bless the Most High at all times. His praise shall continually be in my mouth.
That's right.
My soul shall make her boast in Yahweh. The humble shall hear thereof and be glad. Oh, magnify the Most High with me, and let us exalt His name together.
That's right.
I sought Yahweh, and He heard me, and delivered me from all my fears. They looked unto Him, and were lightened, and their faces were not ashamed. The poor man cried, and Yahweh heard him.
Hallelujah.
And saved him out of all his troubles. The angel of Elohim encamped around about them that feared him.
That's right.
And delivered them.
Oh, praise. Oh, praise.
Oh, taste and sweet. Taste and see that Yahweh is good. Blessed is the man that trusted in Him.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Oh, fear the Most High, ye His saints. For there is no want to them that fear Him.
Oh, praise.
Ooh. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
The young lions do lack and suffer hunger, but they that seek Yahweh shall not want any good thing.
Hallelujah.
Come, ye children, hearken unto me. I will teach you the fear of Yahweh. What man is he that desireth life and loveth many days, that he may see good? Keep thy tongue from evil.
What?
Keep thy tongue from evil.
That's
Right. That's right.
And thy lips from speaking guile.
That's right.
Depart from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. The eyes of Yahweh are upon the righteous, and His ears are open unto their cry. The face of Yahweh is against them that do evil, to cut them off. The remembrance of them from the earth. The righteous cry, and Yahweh hears, and delivers them out of all their trouble. We serve a mighty power, y'all. Yahweh is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous. Is that true? Is that true? Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivered him out of them all. Okay, y'all don't understand. We serve a mighty God. He keepeth all his bones. Not one of them is broken. Even shall slay the wicked, and they that hate the righteous shall be desolate. Verse 22. Yahweh redeemeth the soul of his servant. And none of them that trust in him shall be desolate. Hallelujah! Selah! Man.
That's right. That's right. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Let's get it, family.
Yabareka Yahweh Veish Merika Yah'el Yahweh Pona Elika vikuneka Yesa Yahweh Pena Elika Ve'asem Kashalom Ve'asem Kashalom Yabareka Yahweh Ve'ishmerika Yahweh Pogna Elika Vikuneka Yesa Yahweh Pona Elika Ve'asem Kashalom Ve'asem Kashalom Amen. Hallelujah.
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 Amen. The Most High shall bless you, the Most High shall keep you, He shall sign His face upon you. He will bless you, and He will keep you, and He will give you peace. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. This is how great is our God. I know it's singing with me. All right. Y'all ready?
Let's get it.
Gado Elohai Shirki Gado Elohai Koikaire Kikado Elohai Gado Elohai Shirki Gado Elohai Koikaire Kikado Elohai Shemi El Goshen O Chagaru ile Halel Libi Yashir Kikado Elohai Shemi El Goshen O Chagaru ile Halel Libi Yashir Kikado Elohai Gado Elohai Shirki Gado Elohai Koikaire Kikado Elohai Gado Elohai Shirki Gado Elohai Koikaire Kikado Elohai. In English, how great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? With all your boys, how great is our God? Hallelujah.
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 Amen.
Heavenly Father, YOD, Yahweh, El Yon, we come to you in the name of your only begotten Son, the Master Yahushua of Nazareth. We take authority over Satan and all his evil spirits from our position at the right hand of you, Yahweh, seated above every name that is named, in the power and the authority of our Dome, the Master, Yahushua Mashiach. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against and attack, to break the backs and bind the strong man powerless, to bind the strong man powerless over every heathen nation that is oppressing your precious 12 tribes of Israel this very second. We cast them down and we cast them them out into a herd of swine. Out now. Loose yourself. Out now. Loose yourself. We loosen all your ministering angels of warfare. Send forth your most militant and elite angelic warriors to break the backs and crack the skulls of every ruler of darkness, to break the backs and crack the skulls of every principality over all the worldwide organizations, the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati, the Rothschild bloodline, the Astor bloodline, the Bundy bloodline, the Collins bloodline, the DuPont bloodline, the Freeman bloodline, the Kennedy bloodline, the Lee bloodline, the Onassis bloodline, the Rockefeller bloodline, the Russell bloodline, the Van Gunn bloodline, and the Merovingian bloodline, the House of Saud over Saudi Arabia, their bloodline, the House of Windsor and the Queen of England, their bloodline, all the popes, their bloodline, Jared Kushner, their bloodline, Henry Kissinger, their bloodline, Bill Gates, their bloodline, Robert Gallo, their bloodline, and Ayatollah Khomeini, their bloodline. We bind all of them powerless. We bind all of them powerless. Loose yourself out now. We bind the strong man over all Masonic orders in every religion, the Catholic Church and Vatican City, communist empires and godless governments, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, the CIA, MS-13, the Mafia, La Cosa Nostra, Hamas, Boko Haram, every street gang and drug cartel, the Illuminati, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Trilateral Commission, the World Council of Churches, the Americas, every common market nation, Canada and Mexico, every organization that has rituals that are contrary to the word of Yahweh and the authority of Yahushua of Nazareth. We take authority over all foul and evil spirits, authorities, princes, kings, powers, world rulers, and the highest and mightiest servants of Satan. We bind them to be powerless. We bind them to be powerless. Loose yourself out now in the mighty name of Yahushua of Nazareth, Yahweh, and the authority of Adon, the Master, Yahushua Mashiach. We pronounce the judgments written in the scriptures upon these evil and greedy conspirators in and over these worldwide organizations, as it is written, Yah. We ask you to bring upon them the judgments found in Psalm 109, that chapter, Psalm 149, that chapter, and Revelation 18, that chapter. Yod-Heh-Rav-Heh, Yahweh El Elyon, the owner, the creator, and the possessor of all there is. In the name of Yahushua of Nazareth, we bring before your throne all the sick in Israel, all who may be plagued in mind, body, or spirit. Your word says, whatever we bind on earth is bound in heaven, and whatever we loose on earth is loosed in heaven. We claim authority. We claim authority in Yahushua the Messiah. We receive it at your right hand right now. Right now. We loosen all your ministering angels of health. Command them to rain down a healing that is complete, a healing that is understood right now. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against an attack, to break the back and bind the strong man called the coronavirus, to bind the strong man called the coronavirus, and the fear of it that's plaguing the minds of your people. We declare him powerless. Loose yourself. We declare him powerless. Loose yourself. We cast them down and we cast them out to a herd of swine. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against an attack, to break the back and bind up every sickness and disease. Every sickness and disease that's afflicting your people this very second. We declare them powerless. We cast them down and we cast them out to a herd of swine. Loose yourself. Loose yourself. In the authority, in the name of Yahushua of Nazareth, and by his mighty and precious blood we pray. Yahweh El Elyon, Yahweh Baoth, Master of the heavenly armies. We loosen all your ministering angels of warfare. Command them to rain down and crack the skulls of the coronavirus. Command them Command them to rain down and crack the skulls of every sickness that is plaguing your people this very second. Command them to establish a protective border around your saints. Command them to come against, confound, and put down every sickness and unclean spirit that is in opposition to the well-being of your people. Command them to render a judgment in our favor right now. Right now. In the name and the authority of Yahushua the Messiah. And by his mighty and precious blood we pray. Yahweh El Elyon. Yahweh Yireh. We loosen your ministry angels of provision and blessings. Command them to shower us with the blessings of Abraham, your dear friend. Command the blessings of Deuteronomy 28 to chase us down and overtake us. Command Ruach HaKodesh to give us a continual overflow of your spirit. Command the fruits, command the gifts, and command the signs of Ruach HaKodesh to chase us down and overtake us. And wherever the soul of our feet tread, we may boldly declare the reign of Yahweh is now. The reign of Shamayim is now. The kingdom of heaven is now. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Accept our petition and accept our prayer in the name of Yahushua Mashiach. And through his mighty and precious blood we pray. Let the sign of the prisoner come before you. According to your power, preserve thou those who are appointed to die and render into the bosom of our enemies sevenfold their reproach, wherewith they reproach you, O Yah. So we, your people, and sheep of your pasture, we give you praise forever. We will magnify your name unto all generations. Hallelujah. 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 Praise the mighty Yeah. Bust your guns.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, praise. Hallelujah.
What up, nephew? Shalom.
Y'all gonna get a seat, find a seat. Oh, praise. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Oh, yeah, that's the house of Uriah. These little jokers.
Oh, praise.
Shalom, Bayan.
All right, again, we're going over that spiritual journey through the wilderness. All right, we finna link this up. We at the last day of unleavened bread. So we finna talk about it. How soon we forget? Y'all find y'all seat. We're gonna get started. Oh, praise, boy. Powerful prayer. Hallelujah. Oh, praise. Y'all find y'all a seat. We're gonna get it started.
Do me a favor, y'all, man. If y'all see that the women need some chairs, make sure y'all take from one and give to the other to make sure everybody is complete. If y'all see the need. Hallelujah.
All praise, all praises. So look, I want to start this off in the book of Isaiah chapter 40. All right. Little hammer. Shh. All right, let's get it. We're gonna start this off in the book of Isaiah chapter 40. I'm finna share my screen. Somebody catch the comments because my phone finna go dead. That way, if anybody asks any type of question, y'all can, you know. All right, hallelujah. All right, all praise. So look, we going. Let me share my screen real quick. Boy, prayer got me sweating bricks.
That's right.
Boy.
We got motion.
We got motion. Hallelujah. All praise. All right, so look, we're gonna start this off in the book of Yeshaya, chapter 40, y'all. Isaiah chapter 40. We're gonna start at 1. All right, y'all give me a Yahoo once y'all get there.
Yahoo.
Y'all give me a Yahoo once y'all get there. What y'all doing? Y'all ain't there?
They might be slow flipping.
All right, let's get it done. All right, we're gonna start at verse 1. Now look, again, we finna link this up. So during Pesach, right? During the passing of the blood, when the death angel came through Mishraim, through Egypt, right? Notice after that, once we had to eat, it said we had to eat in haste, right? And Gonna turn it down. And look, check this out. We had to be so much in haste that we didn't even have time to actually leaven our bread. That's the whole reason for the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Showing you that's how quick you're supposed to be getting away from wickedness. Or you running away from wickedness like that, or is you at war with wickedness like that, or is you comfortable in your wickedness? So that's what we're going to go through today. And we're going to see how they really was acting in the wilderness. And we're going to apply the metaphysical or the spiritual aspect of it. And this is the mindset that we're supposed to be in today.
That's right.
All right. So we're going to be looking up a few words and stuff too. So if y'all do got a pen and pad, write it down. I ain't going to be too long today. So make sure y'all catch everything and write all this stuff down. All right. The book of Isaiah chapter 40. We're going to start at 1, bro.
Isaiah chapter 40, verse 1.
Let's get it.
Comfort ye my people, saith your Elohim. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem and cry unto her.
You see that? And cry unto her. Now we're going to see a lot of crying out. And what was amazing, he read that Psalms 34. Wasn't that Psalms 34? And it was talking about confessing with your mouth and crying out. When you actually get into the root word of wilderness, which is mid-bar, is the bar, which means what? To speak, the mouth, to cry out. So we always looking at a wilderness like it's a desolate place, right? But if you actually get into the Hebrew conjunctions of what it's talking about, it's actually talking about being in a place of solitude to cry out to Yahweh. Have y'all been doing that during this feast day? Who been truly crying out to Yahweh? I have. Who been crying out? All right then. So that's the mindset that we're supposed to be in, because we're in our wilderness stage. Notice they was in the wilderness keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread. There is nothing comfortable about being in the wilderness. You in the wilderness, you're away from your bed, you're away from your home, you're away from your kitchen. You see that? Only thing we did have in the wilderness was Yahweh, Yahushua, which is that rock that followed us, and who? Each other. You see that? Have we been in that spirit? Well, I can honestly say we have. You know what I'm saying? We've been real close this Feast of Unleavened Bread at Morty crib, hanging, chilling. We've been doing our thing. But mentally, though, have you been having that mentally? Loving your brother. Remember that we couldn't eat that food with damnation. Do you still got problems with one another during these feast times? It's millions of us going through the wilderness, wondering right now, trying to find a city called God, trying to find a city called Jerusalem. How can we be bickering with one another or still doing worldly things when we left from the world? That world was Egypt. That world was Mizraim. That world was the lust of the world, which is sin and bondage. How is we leaving up out of that, bringing what we left? And if you start really getting into the book of Shemot and start really reading the book of Exodus, that's what they doing. They wanted the flesh pots. They murmured. They even plotted to kill Moses. You brought us out here to die of thirst, to die of food, Negro. And we seen, what was that old boy? He said, he straight said Egypt was paradise. What's that boy name? Nathan said Egypt was paradise. Since when does sin and bondage become paradise?
Captivity.
But if you really, really look into our personal lives, a lot of us think the same thing. And that's in total opposition to what we finna read now. All right, keep reading, bro.
Verse 2 again. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem. And cry unto her.
And do what?
Cry unto her.
Come on.
That her warfare is accomplished.
Come on.
That her iniquity is pardoned.
Have we been crying about that? We've been at war. All right, not only have we been at war in opposition to other nations, but let's talk about the spirits behind these other nations that we've been at war with. We've been in a spiritual warfare since the beginning. Have you left Egypt? Or is you still in the Egypt mindset? How's you in the Feast of Unleavened Bread? How was you in spiritual solitude, or what we call the wilderness, but you still longing for the oppressor? You still longing for Egypt? Come on.
For she has received of Yahweh's hand double for all her sins.
Come on.
The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness.
There you go again. The voice of him that crieth where?
In the wilderness.
Notice, whenever we read about somebody crying out, notice it's always in the wilderness. It's always in that solitude place. You see that? Come on.
The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness. Prepare ye the way of your house.
You see that? So you going to the wilderness, you going to this solitude, desolate way, and you cry out and you prepare the way for Yahweh. Come on.
Make straight in the desert a highway for our Elohim.
You see that? So in the desert, in a desolate place, right? When you cry out in the wilderness, when you in your feast of unleavened bread, when you detaching from the world and you coming into yourself and you getting in your closet and you crying out, what are you doing? You're literally creating that pathway. What is that pathway? The pathway to the wilderness is from sin to New Jerusalem, from sin to righteousness, from bondage to the city of God. Or are you doing that? Huh? What path you walking? What is the end game here? Like, are we really sitting back asking ourselves this stuff? Or are we doing this just because it's fun? Huh? Just because we get drinks, we got food on the table. It sounds good. It's lovable. You know, you're around a lot of people that's like-minded. What is your end game? What is your goal? And is you laying your bricks down and creating that path? Because we see that the one who cry out through the wilderness, he is the one creating and making that highway to the city of God. Huh? Who else cried out in the wilderness? John. Who else cried out in the wilderness? Huh? Yes, and yeah, Yahushua himself and Matthew. So everybody's going to the wilderness, but where we at? We still in Babylon in mindset. We're not in that wilderness stage yet. And we still comfortable. We haven't left or lost nothing yet. And it's crazy when you get into the book of Matthew, he tell you on your journey, he said, if you're on a rooftop, you bet not go back in your house. Huh? Woe to those that give suck in those days. Is that the mindset are we in, or we are comfortable? We comfortable. Come on, let's keep reading.
Verse 4. Every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill shall be made low.
Come on.
And the crooked shall be made straight.
Hallelujah.
And the rough places plain.
Come on.
And the glory of Yahweh shall be revealed.
You see that? So the glory of Yahweh is revealed in where? The wilderness. All right. Now we're going to look up the definition, but notice where the glory of Yahweh is revealed to us at. It's when we in the wilderness, when we in our dry place, when we in solitude. All right. Come on.
And the glory of Yahweh shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together.
Come on.
For the mouth of Yahweh has spoken.
Come on.
The voice said.
So what the voice say?
Cry.
So here we hear it again. So when you come into the wilderness, which is this desolate place, this is a place where you're the most uncomfortable because you leaving back the world. You leaving back sin that you've been comfortable with. You leaving back things that you think you need to survive. You leaving back money that you paid bills with. Notice most of the things you're supposed to be leaving back was things that was keeping you away from your God anyway. Notice that. But once you leave these things, it tell you to cry out. Then as soon as you cry out, these cries, Yahweh hear them by Yahushua, right? And then this was build that spiritual bridge to New Jerusalem, right? Now, after that spiritual bridge is built, he said, you're going to cry again. Come on.
And he said, what shall I cry?
Now we're going to see what we cry out in this desolate place. What we cry, what we should have been crying out this whole time during the Feast of Unleavened Bread. What should we say? Come on.
All flesh is grass.
Y'all know why flesh is grass? Because if wind come, it'll wither away. Huh? It'll wither away. As soon as you cut your grass, it grow back and then it dies again. You see how quick the lifespan of grass is? Huh? It's but a vapor. Your life is the same way. Why is you acting like you got forever? Why is you acting like you can't leave and get, God forbid, and get in a car accident? We see it all the time. We see it all the time. Why is you acting like you going to go to sleep and actually wake up the next morning? Huh? We acting like death ain't around us 24/7. How many people we done lost personally within this last year? So then, why are you comfortable? Why are you so comfortable in Egypt? Why haven't we left Egypt yet? We see they left Egypt and then still took that same mindset into the wilderness. And there they all died and they all got judged. Did y'all notice that? Did Aharon make it to New Jerusalem? Huh?
No.
He told them, get your butt up on that mountain and die. Huh? You see what happens as soon as we leave out, they worshiping and stanky legging to a golden calf. Am I lying? How soon do we forget? Brought Egypt with them. Or did you bring Egypt into your wilderness? Did you bring Egypt or bondage or sin, which is the house of bondage, Mishraim, into this Feast of Unleavened Bread, which they kept in the wilderness? Did you profane this feast day? Did you? If you have in your hearts, well, it's done with now, son. But this is the mindset we're supposed to be in. Come on.
All flesh is grass.
All flesh is grass. Come on.
And all the goodliness thereof is as a flower of the field.
You see that? A flower of the field. A flower of the field is beautiful. But them petals, once they get on that 12th day, they get real loose. And soon as a low wind come through, that's where you see all the flowers all in the air. You see a lot of people catching the cotton that come from them. Remember, as children used to run around and try to catch them in the air. That's how your life is. It's beautiful while it lasts, but it's quick. Is you making your mark? What are you doing while you here? Huh? Or you too attached to things? And then the crazy thing is this COVID fake virus, this 5G towers, is all this social distancing, and they shutting down everything. Yahweh have taken away all our distractions. But how in the hell do we feel time? Look, we are still finding time to be distracted. You ain't got no job to go to, huh? You ain't got no clothes to go buy. You ain't got no club to go to. Everything is closed. How are you still not in these scriptures? How are you still not getting that manna bread in the wilderness? How are you still not sipping from that broken rock in the wilderness? Huh? Satan got the mind.
Checks came out from your government.
You see what's going on? So look, we left Egypt with Egypt still on our mindset. Let's keep reading, bro.
The grass withereth, the flower fadeth.
Come on.
Because the spirit of Yahweh bloweth upon it.
Oh, you see that? Come on.
Surely the people is great.
You see that? As quick as he breathed into them nostrils, the breath of life, neshama, the ruach, nefesh, the soul, as quick as he take it away. We running out of time, family. We are running out of time. You see that? 1 minute we heard, the next day we are truly gone. Literally. What are we doing with our time here on this earth? What are we doing? What are we doing? Can y'all digest that like it's very, very possible that one of us might not see tomorrow?
Yeah.
Shouldn't we be loving on each other like every day is the last day? Shouldn't we be making sure we keeping all them commandments and we are praising Yahweh and we're giving our daily sacrifices, which is our worship and prayers? Shouldn't we be keeping the commandments to the T, knowing that every breath is straight? We are straight on borrowed time, y'all. We're on borrowed time. Viruses in the air, chemtrails. We're not even breathing real air, neshama no more, y'all. We eating GMO foods, even down to the fruits and vegetables, y'all. Hey, look, we straight need Yahweh for everything.
That's right.
I can talk about health all day. They even tampering with that now. Y'all see the times we in? So what are we doing? Why are we playing around?
Make your call sure.
Yeah, it's time to get in that wilderness. Because look, what we're going to read and what we're going to understand, the only way to the city of God is through the wilderness. Everybody have to have their own individual personal wilderness experience.
That's right.
Everybody. We all must go through that. I almost got caught off guard. I'm calling Malaki complaining. They got so much of my money held up. I'm sick. Y'all can ask the women. I'm sick. I'm calling, bro. I'm like, bro, they got my money locked up. Government after me. They didn't cut my brake lines. This, that. And I'm shut my website. I had to change my whole platform. I'm in the middle. I'm thinking about that. And then it dawned on me. It's like, Negro, if you don't toughen up, nigga.
Straight up.
What are you talking about?
That's
money?
Right there.
You can't even, look, you can't take none of that money that they got held into the wilderness. What you going to buy? A tree? You going to buy a dirt pile? Like, what you going to buy with it anyway? And this show can't get into the kingdom of Yahweh. But that quick Hashatan got to my mind. I forgot I'm in the middle of the feast because I'm so worried about how Satan is distracting me with money, with herbs, and dang, how the people gonna think about me if I don't get their herbs out in the right amount of time? Damn, we gotta send all these herbs for free. This $thousands of dollars on hold. So that's what got me. What caught y'all up?
Thank you for your testimony.
What caught y'all up? And they had to bring me back to reality quick. If I die tonight, won't none of that money, the government, these herbs, won't none of that mean a damn thing.
Not for you.
So what should my main focus and priority be? On the afterlife, the kingdom of Yahweh. Y'all see that? Come on, let's keep reading.
Verse 8.
That
makes sense because you're dealing with an Elohim. That one is outside of time.
Yeah.
Because what is time? Observation and change.
Yeah.
Right? So when the Most High tell you I change is not.
Yeah.
He lets you know I'm outside of that time.
And look, the whole thing is this: when we came up out of the house of bondage and we came out of sin, right? We got our spoil. We spoiled them for booty. He gave us the go. So it's like, what am I worried about anyway? He made sure they was good. It's scripture that says you never even worried about your shoestrings. When you walk for 40 years, 40 nights in a circle, you never worried about raiment, you never worried about food, you never worried about clothes, shoes, water, nothing. So this is what happened to the ancestors. And they was totally wicked, and the Most High still had them. Have y'all peeped that? They was totally wicked, and the Most High had them. I'm straight here trying my best to be righteous, but I'm complaining, and I'm, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like no chump sucker, but hey, you know what I'm saying? I had to call bruh. I was feeling uptight. I'm like, what the hell going on? You know what I'm saying? But I quickly was brought back to that. Nigga, who are you? Who are you? And hey, you in the wilderness right now. Experience and enjoy the journey. That's what we're going through. Experience and enjoy. Everything that you got is being taken from you. Same thing that happened in the wilderness. This is not supposed to be comfortable. Negro, you in Babylon.
That's right.
Since when Babylon been comfortable?
When was
unless you have a captivity Babylonian mindset. So it made me question my mindset. And how can I be up here teaching y'all something and being totally contrary to what I'm teaching y'all? That'll make me one of the fakest Negroes alive, right? So I had to check myself.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Let's keep it going.
The grass withers, the flower fades. But the word.
But the what?
But the word.
The word. The bar. His word. Huh? Yahushua. Come on.
Of our Elohim.
Elohim Khag.
Shall stand forever.
All right. Now look. Let's stop this right here. Let's keep it going real quick. Now let's go in.
You got Hebrews 3 on?
Yep. Look right. Oh no, they ain't. That's Hebrews 13. We get to Hebrews 3. Went there now. Go ahead, bro.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go to Hebrews. Hebrews 3. We're gonna start at verse 8. Just to back up what brother's saying about this wilderness.
Hold on, let me get there too, so they can see it, brother.
Hebrews, the 3rd chapter. We're gonna start at verse 8. Give us a Yahoo when y'all get there.
Oh, they flipping fast tonight.
It's all good.
All right, verse 8, brother.
Now this is the lamb back off with bro just was talking about the wilderness, right? Hebrews 3 and 8. Harden not your hearts. Harden not your hearts as in the provocation in the day of temptation in the wilderness.
You see that? So look, you go into this desolate place. It's going to be a time that you're going to be uncomfortable in your feast of unleavened bread or in the wilderness. They're the same thing. Y'all realize there's no difference between the feast of unleavened bread and the wilderness. One is a physical place, one is a spiritual place, but it's all the same thing, right? But notice what it says. In the wilderness, you're going to face great what? Temptation.
That's right.
And then look, ironically, we finna go to Matthew chapter 3 and Matthew 4, who faced temptation in the wilderness after they was baptized and caught up in the heavens and given the Ruach HaKodesh by God and then went forth to do his ministry. That's the first thing the Messiah had to do is go through his wilderness experience. So why we think that we finna escape that? Huh? Come on, bro.
Verse 9, when your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years.
Saw my works what?
40 years.
Ain't that crazy? You can see Yahweh doing wonders for 40 years and still don't get it. Huh? And I'm talking about wonders cracking a rock and water gushing through it. Huh? You see that? Turning bitter waters sweet. Raining. Look, if you look up the word manna, it's straight tell you what is it. That means when it come and that manna bread hit the ground, you can think of chicken and it would taste like chicken. Like, look, if you look it up, it's like, what is it? Because it's a straight miracle food that rained down and it multiplies by itself. And whatever you think of when you bite it, it tastes like that. I'm talking about some straight crazy wonders was going down for 40 years. And we still did not make it into the promised land. And when you get into the remnant and a water drop to a wave, boy, a remnant, it straight makes sense. Yeah. Make all the sense in the world. Come on, bro.
Wherefore I was grieved with that generation and said they do always err in their hearts.
You see that? They always erring in their minds. See that? La'ab, li bi, the mind. Come on.
And they have not known my ways.
We don't know his ways, but even though, and this is how merciful Yahweh is, even though we didn't know his ways, even though as soon as we leave, we rejoice. You know what I'm saying? Tim, I bet it felt good for a couple hours. Like we straight ain't in bondage no more. Then them stomachs got the growling like a mug, boy. Then the temptation came in. Dang, I want to go back to sin. I want to go back to bondage. Hold on. Ain't we on Feast of Unleavened Bread? Get you some flatbread crackers. That wasn't enough for them. Y'all see that? But he's so merciful because he took care of us the whole time, even up to the death. Even up to the death. The very clothes that he gave Aharon, he made him take them off. Yeah. It's to the very death. Y'all see that? Come on.
So I swear in my wrath, they shall not enter into my rest.
Ooh, come on.
Take heed, brethren. Take heed, brethren.
Come on.
Lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief.
A what?
An evil heart of unbelief.
Because the fact is, if you're continually doing sin and they premeditated, fact is you don't believe. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but if you really believed in judgment, you really believe in a lake of fire, and you really believe in Yahweh, Yireh, you wouldn't be sinning anyway. Come on.
In departing from the living God.
Come on.
But exhort one another daily.
See that what we supposed to be doing?
Yeah.
Supposed to be exhorting one another, making sure we good, motivating one another, lifting up one another, loving one another, being each other's sacrifices. I know that sounds crazy, being each other's sacrifices.
That's right.
What y'all think was supposed to be going on in the wilderness? Why y'all think he had us out there by ourselves like that? He was trying to humble our hearts and trying to show us, look, just keep these 2 commandments. Love me with all your heart, mind, soul, and love your brother as you love yourself. And you would look up, you would be in the promised land, but we didn't do neither. And we never made it there. Notice all this was during the Feast of Unleavened Bread. That's what kicked off the wilderness, y'all.
That's right.
So what mindset have you been in this feast? Come on.
But exhort one another daily while it is called today.
Ooh, why is what?
Called today.
Because you might not get a tomorrow.
Bring it out.
I like the way scriptures be. Boy, read that one more time. That's
a
bar.
But exhort one another daily while it is called today.
Because you might not get it tomorrow, y'all. Come on.
Lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin.
Come on.
For we are made partakers of the Messiah.
Of a Mashiach. A Mashiach is that rock in the wilderness. He is that water. He is them palm trees. Remember when we went to the wilderness, we all went to them 70 palm trees. All this is a representation of the precious blood of Yahushua. All of it. He was with us the whole time, y'all.
Hallelujah.
Have he been with you through your wilderness process, through this Feast of Unleavened Bread?
Hallelujah.
Have he? I mean, y'all quiet.
Hallelujah.
All praise. Come on.
For we are made partakers of the Messiah if
what?
If we hold the beginning.
The who?
The beginning.
Not the middle, not the end. The beginning. Come on.
Of our confidence steadfast until the end.
That's a hard verse to swallow right there.
Oh, that covers your whole life.
Your whole walk. So look, it's once you go and enter into that wilderness, all games and jokes should be to the side.
That's right.
Straight up. We in solitude. Right. We in desolate places. Come on.
Verse 15. While it is said, today, if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation.
Come on.
For some, when they had heard, did provoke.
Come on.
Howbeit, not all that came out of Egypt by Moshe.
Come on.
But with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned?
Yes, it was. Come on.
Whose carcasses, whose bodies fell in the wilderness.
You see that? Don't be that. Look, we're going to get into the scriptures. We're going to show 2 sides of the wilderness. You got one side where it speaks about water coming in, and then the brook and how the trees grow up to be big as Lebanon. These are the people that's in solitude, the people that go to the wilderness and cry out. These are people that get away for sin. But then you got the other side of the wilderness where it's a desolate place. It's an empty place where nothing grows. And that's what I really want to get in. So your wilderness experience is the wilderness. You cannot bring Egypt into the wilderness. You cannot bring Babylon into the wilderness. You cannot bring the old man or the old creature into the wilderness. The wilderness is the temptation. That's where you fighting, and you fighting all the way till you get to the kingdom of God, or New Jerusalem, which is the new heavenly place, y'all. Do y'all get that? Do y'all get that? All right, let's keep going.
It's a trying period.
Exactly.
You feel me? You been left by. It's the place in between bondage and redemption. Bondage and the kingdom of heaven. So everybody got to go through that. You got to be tested and proved. Like you don't become a Navy SEAL by just saying I'm joining the Navy tomorrow.
Yeah.
They gonna try you. You got to actually drown yourself. You got to die if you want to become a Navy SEAL. Yeah. They bring you back to life. Yeah. You understand? You can be in the Army, or do you want to be a Green Beret in the Army? Special Forces.
Yeah.
You elite. His Israelite. Elite is the last few letters of your title. Elite status. Right? So we ain't just normal foot soldiers. We all there should have been reborn by now.
Okay.
So you're going to go through your wilderness. You're going to bang against some evil thoughts. Bang against some unclean spirits. The temptation of Egypt is surely going to come knocking. But you got the power to defeat that. You got it.
And look,
because Messiah got the victory. You got the victory now. Absolutely. You just got to stand up and be willing to wage war. Nothing has authority over you. No unclean spirit, no disease, none of it. None of it has authority over you.
Yeah.
You understand? So you're going to go through your dry morsel period.
Okay.
You're going to go through periods where it's not easy for you. Dang, I can't sleep on my Certifit mattress. Yeah. The pillow top.
Yeah.
Now you might sleep on the floor tonight.
Might sleep on dirt.
You be all right. Messiah didn't have an address.
Yeah.
But the birds got a nest to go back to. The foxes got holes to sleep in. But the Son of Man ain't got a place to lay his head.
That's right.
Everybody in here got an address.
Yeah.
All y'all got a place to lay your head. So what you complaining about?
Exactly.
And when you really look at it, we have nothing to complain about. We've been spoiled.
Yes, we have.
Goo goo gaga. Everybody in here been spoiled.
Okay.
And now, because the heathen is tightening it up now, everybody's starting to get nervous. Like, hold on. And what you mean? Look, you be all right.
Straight up.
The Most High showed you that. Go look. There was a pillar that followed you by day.
Yeah.
And a fiery pillar by night that guided you. He never left you.
Never.
Even when you lusted for flesh that bad, he said, you know what? I'm going to rain quail out the sky.
Exactly.
And do you know we ate that quail till it came out of our nose?
Out of our nostrils.
He even gave you the desires of your heart.
And look, and remind you, all this is after he set the captives free, right?
That's right.
This is after he set you free from sin.
So you have nothing to complain about. Nobody in here does.
Okay.
You be all right. All right, we done went through worse, and look, you still got a roof over your head.
That's right.
You still got a place to lay down. You still eat. What are you panicking about? What are you worrying about?
You be all right.
You be all right.
Yeah.
You be all right. What David said, I've been old, I've been young, and now I've been old. But I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor their children begging for bread.
Yeah.
Is that a lie?
No, look, hey,
that's
bro,
the truth.
It made me question myself. I'm like, nigga, what is you over here calling everybody about?
Yeah. I'm
like, bills still paid. I still got shoes on my feet. I ate about 5 times today, not once. I ate about 5 times today. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, what are you even worried about?
Nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. But it was Satan trying to knock me off my wilderness experience.
That's right.
And look, he had me wanting to go back to Egypt. And I didn't realize that till I sat down and I actually talked with myself. I'm like, man, you straight crying over flesh pots. Even though I don't eat flesh, but in the mentally, spiritually, I was crying over flesh pot. I'm worried about some damn pieces of paper with some oppressors on it. Oppressors on it. So what the hell are you complaining about? Did a whole live over and everything, man. I got my bank accounts locked up, y'all. Hey, I'm looking for sympathy. I'm looking for all the sympathy in the world. If y'all watch my last live, boy, I'm pleading my cause, boy.
Hey, boy, I love what you did to that page.
Hey, but y'all, you like they got my little brother.
Cash out.
Hey, that was the whole point of the live. Let me see if I can get some sympathy around here. Well, I called the wrong brother. Hey, nigga, you be all right.
Don't call him out. You won't.
Hey, he got to hit me with scriptures. Hey, he got to hit me with scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Pray against the forces of darkness.
That's right.
Like, look, I'm looking for comfort right now.
Yeah, don't call that equal for comfort. Not comfort. Comfort and scriptures, yeah.
Toughen up. Hey, people get shot every day, people.
Hey,
tough,
no,
you're getting no sympathy.
Yeah.
You be tough. People get shot every day, B.
Straight up.
You tough, right?
Straight up. All right, come on.
We be all right, though, man. That's what the comfort is there for.
Yeah.
It's not there to baby you.
No, it's not.
Stick a thermometer in your mouth, eat some chicken noodle soup.
No.
Rub your back. No.
It's here to comfort you and bring all things in remembrance. And what I remembered was, dang, my ancestors went through the same thing 10 times worse than what I'm going through now.
That's right.
What am I complaining for?
And he covered you like he covered them.
He's like, look, watch out for the left hook. Satan will throw that left hook next time. Watch out for that. Counter that. That's what the spirit is there for. Get on back out there in that fight and keep on.
Okay.
YAHUDAHS already got the victory.
Yeah.
You just constantly reminding Satan you're coming down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Keep it, check that freezer for me. Make sure it's closed. All right, verse 18. And to whom were he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believe not.
You see that? Come on.
19. So we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief.
So look, why did they die in the wilderness, y'all? Why do people constantly sin? Unbelief, y'all. Look, I remember about like 4 years ago when I kept reading this, it made it so hard to understand because I'm like, dang, well, I'm sitting up here teaching every day, so I believe, but I was battling with lust, right? So I'm like, well, then don't believe because I'm still falling victim to my lust spirit? And I had to battle back and forth with that until I finally severed that lust tie. And I said, dang, I was still in unbelief. A lot of us are still in that. Because if you truly believe, you will quit sinning, and whatever obstacle that come your way, it's just, you know what I'm saying, ain't no but a stepping stone. We in our wilderness phase. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? And notice we're supposed to be crying out in the wilderness and preparing a way for Yahweh. We're supposed to be making a highway, making a straight path from bondage through the wilderness to the kingdom of God. Who building a highway? Are you building your highway? All right, so look, let's get to it. I want to show y'all something that blew my mind. Let's go into this. Let's get into the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 35. Isaiah chapter 35. Matter of fact, I want to go here first. Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 1. We're going to read 1 through 3. Now peep this, y'all. I want y'all to start peeping these key words here. Psalms 1, 1 through 3. Give me a Yahoo when y'all get there.
Yahoo. Y'all flipping.
All right, Telahim 1, 1 through 3. Check this out. Go ahead, NehemiYAH.
Psalms chapter 1, verse 1.
Now look, y'all read this and read this slow and mark these spaces because this is going to show y'all that the wilderness wasn't just a desolate place. Remember, we got gold, we got cattle, everything came. We spoiled Egypt before we left, right? But see, when you are walking in righteousness, when you in your solitude stage, when you in the wilderness, he still bless you. You know what I'm saying? But if you start tripping in the wilderness, then the wilderness is going to start looking like a desolate desert place. It's two sides to the wilderness. If you go to the wilderness right now, you're going to see green trees, right? But if you go to the wilderness in Arizona, ain't no damn trees out there whatsoever. But it ain't nothing but heat, lizards, and dirt. So it's showing you that it's two sides to the wilderness. Same thing in the spiritual realm. It's two sides to your solitude. It's two sides to this wilderness, depending on your mindset. Whether you bringing sin with you or whether you bringing righteousness with you. We finna read this right now. Come on with me.
Got a quick precept. Y'all write this down. Genesis 15, 13, and 14. Even prophesied that way. It says, and he said unto Abraham, know for a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years.
Okay.
And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge.
Hallelujah.
And afterwards shall they come out with great substance.
Come on, let's get it.
All right. Psalms chapter 1, verse 1.
Now write this stuff down. Y'all mark these real quick. Because we finna show y'all things that grow in the wilderness that represents the righteousness being blessed, or things that's in the wilderness that represents the wicked. Come on.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the wicked.
Come on.
Nor stand in the way of sinners.
Come on.
Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful.
Come on, brother.
But his delight is in the law of Yahweh, and in his law does he meditate day and night.
Check out verse 3. Come on.
And he shall be like a tree planted by the river of water that bringeth forth his fruit in his season.
See that? So notice he is talking about a righteous man, and he is actually equating it to a tree. Now, when the tree is planted by the water, like how you get into Genesis, whenever the water or the brook grow by the tree, them trees be the most tallest because they're being fed by the water all the nutrients, right? So he's saying the same way. You can be in your wilderness process, but if you're actually being righteous, you will grow in solitude. You see that? Gifts come to you in solitude. The only way sometimes you can hear the voice of Yahweh is in solitude. You see that? The voice of the one who was crying in the wilderness, then he heard God's voice. So it shows you if you're doing righteousness, doing this Feast of Unleavened Bread or this wilderness stage, which is you supposed to be on all day. If Feast of Unleavened Bread don't last 7 days, it lasts your whole entire life, y'all. Until you get up under bondage and you get back to the kingdom of Jerusalem. Y'all realize from beginning to end. So it shows you that if you're being righteous when you end this and you're cutting yourself off from the world and you're not giving into the lust of the world, that you will grow up like this tree by the water. Come on.
His leaf also shall not wither.
You see that your leaf shall not wither. Come on.
And whatsoever he doeth shall prosper.
Come on.
Oh, yeah.
The wicked are not so.
Come on.
But are like the shaft which the wind driveth away.
All right, let's stop that. Now, look, this is the positive side of the wilderness when you're doing righteous. Let's get a few more. Let's go to Psalms. Let's go to Book of Psalms 92, 10 through 12. Book of Psalms 92, 10 through 12. We're gonna get a few more. We're gonna get up out of here.
Hey, Lamb, backing up what you're saying is so powerful because you should be seeking your solitary place every day.
Exactly.
That's why the prayer closet is so powerful.
Man, so powerful. That is your wilderness.
Yeah. That's why your prayer closet is so powerful. When the last time you had a conversation with your spirit, the inner man?
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what meditation and prayer is all about. You should be having constant conversations with your spirit.
Okay.
You understand? Building your spirit up and all that. Meditate. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what simply means reflecting on what it is that you're doing.
Okay.
You feel me? Or your next move you about to make. You shouldn't be impulsive in what you're doing.
That's right.
Like think about it or meditate on it. Right? If this word is the living bread, right? And you take it in, you eat that. The meditation is digestion.
That's right.
Don't you got to digest everything you eat?
Yes.
Well, that's spiritually speaking too. Right? So your solitude place, you should be visiting that several times a day. At least 3 times a day, you should be praying to the Almighty, crying out. That's your private wilderness.
That's right.
You feel me? And you start seeing certain things start getting revealed to you.
Yeah.
You feel me? So you look at scriptures deeper. Certain prayers will start getting answered for you. You know what I'm saying? Most I bless you more because you're taking time to really get in touch with your real self.
Okay.
This is not your real self.
No, it's a program.
Your real self is eternal. It's the spirit of the Most High.
That's right.
You feel me? So we supposed to be doing. That's why he gave you a prayer closet.
Yeah.
Or hours of prayer in which you're supposed to be praying.
That's right.
And when you pray, give it all you got. You understand? Cry out to the Almighty. It shouldn't be fast and insignificant. Like really get low. Y'all see when we get done praying, people be sweating because we give it our all. You feel me? And guess what? We got motion at that point.
That's right.
So every day you got a wilderness experience. Several times a day. And you should be looking forward to it.
From the beginning to the end.
That's right.
And do it as if it's your last day.
That's right.
We've been reading the scripture where it says 2 days. None of us is promised to move.
Yeah.
I just sent out a prayer request for one of my ministers of labor. His wife was in an accident. My wife was a few months ago. I was a few months ago after that. You see what I'm saying? Any of those could have took us off.
Y'all be quiet.
You see what I'm saying? It's really important that you cherish and take this day in. This is the day that the Lord has made.
That's right.
Let us rejoice
and be glad in it.
Hallelujah. All right, let's get it, brother. With Psalms 92, we can read 10 through 12. We're gonna get a few more. I know we ain't got no sternals on that food, y'all, so we're gonna get to it.
You did call out, say.
Yeah, I ain't get to that yet. We'll hit that after this. Isaiah 35. That's what I was gonna start off with, but I realized I had like 8 scriptures before it. But that's the dagger. That's what we leaving off on, brother. Yeah, no, it's the dagger.
He's waiting for the dagger.
Let's get it.
Psalms 92, verse 10.
That boy have me buzzing. Yeah, let's get it.
But my horn shalt thou exalt like the horn of a unicorn.
Come on.
I shall be anointed with fresh oil.
Come on.
My eye also shall see my desire on my enemies.
Come on, brother.
And my ears shall hear my desire of the wicked that rise up against me.
Come on.
Hallelujah.
All praise.
Oh, boy, I felt that one.
Check this out, y'all. Come on.
Them to your daily prayers.
Yeah. Check this out, y'all. Come on.
The righteous shall flourish like the palm tree.
Where was the palm trees at, y'all? The wilderness, by the waters. See, he's talking about a wilderness stage, a fortress stage. So the righteous shall flourish like the palm tree. Come on.
He shall grow like a cedar in Lebanon.
Come on.
Those that be planted in the house of Yahweh.
See that? So the house of Yahweh, because then we have to realize that the house of Yahweh is mobile, because you are the temple of Yahweh, right? And if you're going forth and you're proclaiming his name and confessing his name, you are his house and you're walking around. So the house is most definitely mobile. So the house was mobile and where? The wilderness. Do y'all get that? That was straight pitching and setting up tabernacle. That was intense. Sukkot. Some was bigger than others, but you know what I'm saying? There wasn't no brick and mortar because they had to be on the go. They was going in circles looking for a place called God.
That's with the Ark of the Covenant, which is the throne of the Most High, which contains the law of Elohim, which is his name. Which is his name.
See that? So the house of Yahweh is most definitely mobile, y'all. It's not the brick and mortar. It's the people that's inside the brick and mortar.
I don't dwell in buildings made.
Exactly.
So, but look, that makes sense. Abraham, when he first got called to the promised land, it says in Hebrews that he lived in tabernacles or tents with Isaac and Jacob, and he was actively looking for the city that God built.
Exactly.
Like that was his whole mindset. He's an alien in this strange land, and everybody run across him. I'm looking for God's city.
Yeah.
Where that's at?
Yeah.
I was told to come here and look for Yah's city.
Yeah.
You feel me? And they was constantly on the move. So that's powerful because you see Abraham's descendants hundreds of years later doing the same thing. Coming out of Egypt, looking for the city that the Most High had built.
So question is, or you looking for that city?
Hallelujah.
Or you comfortable in America? You comfortable in Babylon? You comfortable in sin? You comfortable in wickedness?
Not at all. Not at all.
Let's read it. Verse 13 again.
I'm sorry. Verse 13. Those that be planted in the house of Yahweh shall flourish in the courts of our Elohim. 14,
then we get off. We'll read it to 15. Come on.
They shall still bring forth fruit in old age.
Y'all see how we are constantly being made in the likeness of trees. Now, a tree is going to either do two things. It's either going to grow fruits and herbs, or it's going to dry up and wither and die. Y'all see that? And this is the two aspects of the wilderness, because we're going to read about some stuff in the wilderness where if you're doing wickedness, boy, you don't want to be like that. That's the desolate place, the desert, where you see sandstorms at, where no life is at. And that's where they died. That's how they died.
The Messiah cursed the fig tree that didn't have figs on it.
Exactly.
If you're not fulfilling your purpose, you're dead.
Yeah.
If you're not growing, you're dying.
Okay.
That's the whole point. He came across the fig tree. It should have had figs on it.
Yeah.
To feed our Messiah, it didn't. He cursed it.
That's right.
And it withered away. You understand? If you not bringing forth fruit, if you not fulfilling your purpose, if you constantly distracted and all that, you could possibly be a fig tree that's not bringing forth figs in this hour.
Yeah.
That's for every man, woman, and child in her. You got what you call the truth. Messiah said, I am the way, the truth, and the life, right?
Yeah.
All right. So this is serious that we talking about true vine. And look, what you saying, Keepers, is powerful. Because he say that all of us are branches, he's the vine.
Yeah.
Right? My Father gonna purge every branch to make sure it's gonna bring forth fruit. Ooh. If not, what else he say? Without me, you can't do nothing. If we as branches are not attached to the tree or the vine, those are dead branches.
They go to the fire.
That's fire. Oh, fuel for the fire.
Yeah.
If you're not fulfilling your purpose in this hour, you are a dead man or dead woman walking. That's right.
Yeah. So my question is this: during this feast, which branch are you? Are you an abominable branch, or are you that faithful growing branch, y'all? Or do you have malice in your heart during this feast day? Huh? You so in your emotions and feelings, you can't even shalom somebody. Like, what mindset are you in when you supposed to be in solitude and you supposed to be in your wilderness phase? Like, straight up. Do y'all understand the condemnation that comes from that mindset? Huh?
For yourself.
You see that? And not only that, you get separated from outside the camp. Huh? You get separated from outside. Remember, we're in the wilderness. So that means where we put up camp at, you take him 100 yards that way and put him outside the camp and put him out his misery. Now, if they did that, during that time, what you think Christ Yahushua is going to do to you when he come back and he judge the nations? Huh? So if you in that spirit where you don't like somebody, you can't sit close to somebody, you can't shalom somebody up in here because of whatever you got going on, check your spirit tonight.
That's right.
Get that corrected tonight, because you are the one that is failing this test that's in the wilderness. And this whole Pesach and this whole Feast of Unleavened Bread that you've been keeping, you've been doing it in damnation. And these are flat out facts. Straight up, as it is written. This is to each and every one of us in here and anybody that's online. Straight up.
That's powerful. The Most High force us to settle our differences and get along.
And get together.
He forced it.
It's
like, look, if you outside my will, you're done. I ain't messing with you.
If you outside my will, you outside the camp. And if you outside the camp, you ain't a part of Israel. Yeah, love one. Exactly.
Right.
As you show right, sister. Show right. Yeah.
And look, don't be to have that hate on your heart. What if the person that you actually got that hate for in your heart in this truth, and that person get the king? What you gonna tell the Lord? I ain't going. Because he done.
Yeah.
You ain't going.
I ain't go left then.
Thou hast said,
thou hast spoken.
Out of your own mouth I shall judge you, you wicked servant.
Gasoline draws, I'll agree.
Yeah. Hey, truly, y'all. We got jokes we funny, but we got to cut that out, y'all. This is not the time and the place for that, especially amongst the feast days. And we are so late in the game, y'all. The kingdom of Yahweh is at hand. Y'all, it shouldn't be nothing that's keeping you from peace, from shaloming, literally peace from your brothers and your sisters, or keeping you from speaking when we all sit amongst each other and we finna eat food together, any of that. You know what I'm saying? That's total nonsense. And that means you are very, very spiritually immature.
Come on, man.
You see that? You still a babe. So we must grow in spirit and truth, y'all. We have to have that growth and process, and that's what we're here for. But you can't be that if you look. Get out your own way, y'all. And we notice how they died in the wilderness. They was in their own way. Right. It was in their own way. Look, they walked in a circle, y'all, for 40 years. How the hell do you do that? That show you how blind they was. And most of them was blind through envy, deceit, lust, hatred in their hearts, and all of that other stuff. We have to purge that. That's the whole point of the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We getting rid of what? The leaven. Huh? Are you eating in condemnation? Still malice on your heart, but you partaking. Huh? How can you shalom 5 or 6 people, but you won't shalom another person? What is going on up in here? What's going on for real, family? We have to check those spirits or die. Period. Let's get it together. Let's keep reading.
Yeah, that was a 2-week journey that turned into a 40-year hiatus.
And look,
walking in a circle.
And look, it could even
16-day journey on foot.
I'll definitely hit that. Look, y'all listen up. Listen up what he just said. Come on, bro.
That's a 16-day journey from the wilderness to Israel on foot. So roughly, 2 weeks and 2 days.
We walk.
That turned into a 40-year wandering in a circle.
Yeah.
Look, in most Bibles, they'll show you the wilderness experience.
It's about this little.
And you'll see it was a circle the whole time.
And you know what's crazy? And we could have went through the land of Philistine and got there quicker. But, you know, we was banging and beefing with the Philistines. So we like, look, I'm going to take y'all around. Plus, while I'm taking y'all around, I'm going to strip y'all of everything that the world been offering y'all, and I'm going to provide for y'all. So it makes sense that it was supposed to take 16 days. But just let you know how wicked that we still are and how we bring hatred, malice, and sins into our new covenant. You know what I'm saying? Bring it into the new promises that was given to us. And it straight stopped us for 40 years. If that don't show you how malice and hatred and how sin keep you from prospering and keep you from the kingdom of God, I don't know what show you that. 16 days took 40 years. How is that possible? How is that possible? Showing you that, look, being in hatred, being in malice, being envious and breaking commandments, you can never grow, y'all. There is no growth in that.
Let it go.
You got to let it go, family. Have to. Straight up. Let's read this off. It ain't worth it at all. Let's read it.
Verse 14 again. They shall still bring forth fruit in old age. They shall be fat and flourish.
Come on, 15.
To show that Yahweh is upright.
Who? He is what?
upright.
Come on.
He is my rock.
He is what?
My rock.
He is what?
My rock.
Come on.
And there is no unrighteousness right here.
Hallelujah. All right, let's do a few more. We're going to get up out of here. Let's get this Jeremiah. This Jeremiah 17, 5-8. It's powerful, y'all. Jeremiah 17, 5-8. And then we're going to get into that Isaiah 35. Jeremiah 17, 5-8. Is we in the right mindset, family? Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Y'all sure?
Hallelujah.
All right. Come on. Let's get it.
Look, it's a 24/7 thing, though. Nobody gonna tell y'all like it's just like, you know, poof, and it's what it is. You gonna battle Satan 24/7 until you hit that grave.
That's what it is.
You are at war. It's just what it is. The beautiful thing about it is you've been given the promised victory. You've been given the battle strategy, and you've been given the weapons.
That's right.
Right? So you have no excuse to take a back seat to them or lay down to them. Nobody here to tell y'all not gonna have to go to war once you believe in Messiah. No, the war turns up. The whole thing is now you have a promised victory, weapons, and a battle strategy.
Yeah.
So when that spirit come on you to slander or to sow discord, check that spirit.
Can.
You know what I'm saying? Open your, how do I do that? Open your mouth.
Yeah.
Address that spirit. You spirit of discord.
Yeah.
I bind you powerless.
Can.
You have no authority here.
Y'all hold it down.
My mind, body, and spirit belong to the Most High. I command you in the name of His Son, out now.
Out now. Yeah.
Loose yourself from around here. You have no authority over me, my spouse, my children, or this house.
Straight up.
I command you out now.
Yeah.
Go over there into a herd of swine. And then, y'all, we checked the news 2 days ago. And all the pigs dying in there.
Yeah. Hey, because we've been casting and binding. Pigs go.
Yeah.
It's
going down. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
But you got to say this.
All the pigs done died.
You have the authority over every unclean spirit and sickness that's plaguing.
Okay.
You don't have to say, well, I got an itch to slander. I'm going to slander. For me, address that spirit. Say, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Or if it's a spirit that's on a brother or sister, say, I'm talking to you and not her.
Okay. I'm
here to bind you powerless in the name of Yahushua.
That's right. That's right.
You have to listen to the voice of the servants of the Most High.
That's right.
I'm here to break your back and step on your head. Out now.
Out now. Hallelujah.
And you're going to start seeing that same inspiration that you once had. You in a total different mood.
That's right.
After just boldly saying you got to go.
Look, we already got the victory. Remember, He have already set the captives free.
That's
We're already free.
That's right.
So why are we're willfully going back to bondage every time we choose to sin? Willfully. It makes no sense whatsoever. All right, let's get to Jeremiah 17, 5-8, and then we're going to leave it off on this Isaiah 35. Well, we're going to leave it off on Isaiah 41.
Hallelujah.
All right, let's get it.
Jeremiah 17, verse 5. Thus said Yahweh, cursed be the man that trusted in man.
Ooh, come on.
And make it flesh his own.
And
whose heart departed from Yahweh.
Come on.
For he shall be like the heath in the desert.
See, now, hold on. So first we heard about the brooks. We heard about the palm trees. We heard about them being about a water in the wilderness, but they was growing up and they was being righteous. They was flourishing. But now we see something in the wilderness for people that sin. It says, for he shall be like a heath in the desert. Come on.
And shall not see when good comes.
Hey, you going off. Yeah. You going all the way off, bro. Back door. Rules get laid down. We got to be followed. You going off, man. Come on. 6 again. 6.
For he shall be like the heath in the desert. And shall not see when good comes.
You see that? So you either can be that palm tree that grow up by the brook and by the water and be tall as the trees in Lebanon in the wilderness, or you can be in the wilderness and bring sin with you, and you can be like that heath in the desert and shall not see when good cometh. Both of these are in the desert, though. Y'all see that? But look, your experience all depends on your mindset.
That's right.
Come on.
But shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness.
See that? Not only, see, look, when you get into that Psalms 1, we see that it was places in the wilderness that wasn't parched at all. Grass was there, Lebanon trees was there, palm trees was there, water was there. But in this place, it's called it a parched place. Do y'all know? Do we got to look it up, or do y'all know what parched mean? I'm parched. Can I get some water? Dry places. Now, when you go into the book of Matthew and talk about a demon, when it goes forth from a man, it walketh around and where? Dry places. Oh, we. You see that? So guess what you're gonna find in the wilderness too? Demons, dry places. If you wicked in that wilderness, in that solitude. Come on, read that. Start from 6 one more time, brother. There's so many daggers in just this one verse. It is, brother.
For he shall be like the heat in the desert, and shall not see when good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness.
See that? Shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, showing you that the wilderness have more than just a parched, dry place. That there's abundant places in the wilderness as well. Come on.
In a salt land and not inhabited.
A salt land. Guess what salt does to water? Dries it out. Whoa. Wonder why we got so much high blood pressure, high sodium, diabetes, malaria, and all this other stuff due to sin. Come on.
Blessed is the man that trusteth in Yahweh.
Hallelujah.
And whose hope Yahweh is.
Come on.
For he shall be as a tree planted by the water.
Oh, now look, we in the same wilderness. Y'all see that? As y'all listen to this, we're in the same wilderness. In one part of the wilderness, we see that the wicked was dried up, and they had to stay in the parched places where salt was at, meaning they had no food, they had no raiment, they had no water, meaning that there was death there. But it's another part in the wilderness. It says that if you be righteous, for he shall be as a tree planted by the waters. He's fed the water. Come on.
And then spreadeth out her roots by the river.
Come on.
And shall not see when heat cometh.
And shall not even see when the heat coming, because that tree is used for what? Shade. Same part of the wilderness, though. It's the same wilderness. There's different aspects due to the mindset. Do y'all get that?
That's right.
Can I get Yahoo then?
Yahoo.
Do y'all really get that, or y'all just saying Yahoo? Because look, that's daggers to me. Showing you that your experience is by your mindset. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
But her leaf shall be green.
Ooh.
And shall be careful in the year.
And shall not. Come on, read that.
And shall not be careful in the year of drought. Neither shall cease from yielding fruit.
Come on, let's keep going.
The heart is deceitful above all things.
Ooh.
And desperately wicked.
Now, why would Jeremiah state that? Because he's talking about Libi, La'ab, the mindset, the heart. You have to make sure that your mindset is in check when you're in solitude, when you're going through your wilderness phase, when you're going through your feast of unleavened bread. Remember, there is no difference between the feast of unleavened bread and the wilderness. What mindset are you in? Come on.
Who can know it?
Woo.
I, Yahweh, searches the heart.
See that? So who's searching your heart in your wilderness? Yahweh. Come on.
I try the rain. Even to give every man according to his way.
Come on.
And according to the fruit of his doing.
Come on, brother.
As the partridge sitteth on eggs, that hatches them out, hatches them not. So he that gathereth getteth riches, and not by right.
Come on.
Shall lead them in the midst of his days.
Ooh, come on.
And his end shall be a fool.
Verse 12.
A glorious high throne from the beginning is the place of our sanctuary.
All right, we can stop there right there. Let's get this Isaiah 35, and we're going to leave it off with Isaiah 41, y'all. Do y'all get the gist of this message tonight before we eat?
That's right.
All right.
And we're going to do some breaking the bread, too.
Most definitely.
Sisters over there getting the wine and the bread together right now.
All right, we're in the book of Isaiah, Yeshaya. We're going to do 35, family. 35.
The book of Isaiah. Chapter 35.
Yeah, start that deal at 1, brother. There's so many daggers up in here, boy. I mean, man.
Dagger.
Dagger after dagger, yeah. You'll get a part of it for both.
And understand, don't that make sense? What is the end game for us? Isn't the Most High gathering his people and taking them to what?
The wilderness.
The wilderness.
The book of Ezekiel.
You gonna get them.
Yeah.
And then listen, didn't he say, I will gather all my people?
Yep.
Then he say that the wheat shall grow with the what?
Tares.
So those gonna be unbelievers and believers.
And it must be a purging process. So look, you're either gonna be on one side, you're gonna be in a parched place, or you're gonna be in an abundant blessed place where the palm trees and stuff at, or you're gonna be where the tumbleweed is rolling and just it's dust dust weeds, and you know what I'm saying? It's straight 2 parts of the wilderness, meaning that you literally are back. This is the crazy part. When you really put this in a perspective or a metaphysical perspective, it shows you that the mindset is going back and forth between Hashatan and Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? It's real deep.
Get this mic to know.
So basically,
She gets it.
people wander in the wilderness for 40 years because of their unbelief.
Exactly. Because they believe. And because they didn't believe is what led them to sin. Unbelief equals what? Sin. Do y'all realize faith is actually a law, right? You have to believe. Faith is a law. That when you start doubting and start unbelieving, that's transgression. Y'all know that, right? Because faith is a law. It's a required law. Well, look, why y'all think we get into the kingdom of Yahweh? You have to have faith. We get in there by faith alone. Of course, faith without works is dead as a doorknob, but that's what gets you into the kingdom of Yahweh in the first place. Faith. Because if you don't have faith, it shows. You be sinning and doing all types of worldly things. Yeah.
Without faith, it is impossible to please.
Yep.
You gotta believe.
Yep.
Even though, look, we keep the commandments and all that. But all our righteousness is as filthy rags in the eyes of the Most High. You can't go to war with Satan and say, I'm coming in the righteousness of Malaki Maccabee. That'll get told straight. You don't want to show my righteousness.
Yeah, straight up going off.
You don't want to show him in my name.
Yeah.
But if we attack Satan through the righteousness of the Messiah, in the name of the Messiah, with the blood of the Messiah, he can't lay a charge at his feet. Yeah. Because he never went against his father. Yeah. All of us have.
Romans 8:1. There is no condemnation to those that are in Christ Yahushua Mashiach.
So the belief and the faith, the unwavering faith, is where the Most High wants us all at. It's time for all of us to step out on that uncharted waters of faith.
Hallelujah.
Like Peter did. He said, if it's you, tell me, come on out on that water and walk. He said, come on.
Yeah.
He stepped on out in that water, but then his faith got attacked. He started drowning. Yeah. And guys started getting them water bubbles up them noses and like water bubbles. Yeah, they get him on together.
So what do y'all call that? When you believe and you just go forth and you ain't worried about raiment, you ain't worried about clothes, you ain't worried about food or water. That's called the wilderness experience. Yeah. Like when you really get into the definition of the wilderness and you really break it down for what it is, man, the whole Bible is wrapped around it.
That's right.
It really is, because that's where the war take place. And that's why it talks about the mind was the field. You know what I'm saying? And the seed was the word of Yahweh. When you even get into the parables about the wilderness and how even everything take place, the wilderness is where it go down at. That's where the warfare is at. The wilderness is the field is your mindset. Which side of the brook are you on? You either in the desolate place of the wilderness or you in the abundant place of the wilderness being righteous. Period.
That make all the sense.
Makes all the sense in the world.
Hey, y'all, look, we've been reading during this feast of the letters of Pontius Pilate as well. But he can testify to not only the Messiah, but even John the Baptist. He was like, look, they're crazy. Yeah. These men move around from place to place and they live their life in motion like pilgrims. From place to place. Right. And even when it came down to locking up the Messiah and John the Baptist, they were like, look, if we don't stop these men now, we will have all our rebellion on our hands. So they executed John under the charge of fomenting rebellion. Yeah. They locked up Messiah and executed him as someone that was causing sedition. I know sedition is riotous behavior. Yes, yes. You know what I'm saying? They looked at our forefathers and our brothers and sisters back then that really believed as beyond radical. Yeah. Because it says in here also we were against the corporations. Yeah. We were against every corporation. We were commanded to live amongst each other. That's right. Communal. That's how they were living. And to the Roman, to Pontius Pilate, the Roman, he was like, how in the world do they even live like this? You understand? But again, how you think we're going to be living in the kingdom of the Most High? Okay. Not like in corporate America. No. You understand? There will be no democracy and republic and none of that going on. You understand? Stand up with what they call righteous dictatorship. That's right. Righteous dictatorship. The apostles' doctrine. All right, Isaiah 35. All right, we at Isaiah 35. We start at verse 1. Y'all, let's go get through this, and then we're going to leave off on Isaiah 41. We're going to break this bread, and we're going to eat, y'all. Come on, let's get it. Isaiah 35, the wilderness. Check this out. The wilderness is in what? The wilderness and the solitary place shall be glad for them. And the desert shall rejoice and blossom as the rose.
Come on.
It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing.
So look, let's bring this into context, right? This is after all the heathen nations fall and judgment come, right? So remember, wilderness is what we're going through. That's your spiritual mindset. So to show you that even though we lacked, even though it was in the wilderness being tempted, once you actually come and once you win the war against Satan, or in this context, you win the war against these heathen nations, the desolate place don't become desolate no more. All right, the dry places got water now. The hewn down trees is now growing their strength. You see that? The trees of Lebanon is now growing buds and growing leaves. The flowers that was once ragged up into a bush now growing flowers. So we see that's what's going to happen to these desolate places and these desolate fields once Yahweh come and judge these nations for their wickedness. Well, guess who is these wilderness? Guess who is this desert place? It's y'all. It's y'all mindsets, Israelite. So even though we're going through this wilderness phase, we won't be here forever if we maintain and keep our righteousness. Y'all get that? All right, let's start over there, bro.
If I can say something, right? I'm in the 1611 KJV, and they got what you call subtitles before every chapter, right? So for this Isaiah 35, it says the joyful flourishing of Christ's kingdom. And then verse 3, it says the weak are encouraged by the virtues and privileges of the gospel.
Hallelujah. All praise.
And that's right here.
All praise.
All right, verse 2. It shall blossom abundantly and rejoice even with joy and singing.
Come on.
The glory of Lebanon shall be given unto it.
Come on.
The excellency of Carmel and Sharon. They shall see the glory of YAHUDAHS. And the excellency of our power. I don't know. All right. Strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees.
See that? Since we know that we got a place coming, a fortress, we know we got a beautiful city of Zion coming down, the New Jerusalem. We're going back into that garden period where Adam and Kawah messed up at. We're going back into that, but this time it's going to be perfect. We know that these desolate places are now, it's no longer going to be desolate and be abundant. It says just with that hope and that faith, it says strengthen your weak hands and confirm the feeble knees. You see that?
Yeah.
Strengthen your mindset, because look, it ain't going to be a dark place in the wilderness for too long, y'all. Long as you maintaining your righteous mindset. Come on.
Verse 4, say to them that are of a fearful heart, be strong.
You see, that's what happened to me. What you talking about? Quick, be strong, nigga. What you complaining for? Come on.
Fear not.
What it say?
Fear not.
What are we fearing for? Come on.
Behold, your power, HICKMAN, will come with vengeance.
Ooh, come on.
Even Elohim with a recompense. He will come and save you.
He will come and do what?
Save you.
It sound like Yahushua. Save.
That's right.
He gonna bring his right hand, his only begotten son, to come save us, just like he saved us from Israel. And he was that rock that followed us through the what, y'all? The wilderness. Come on.
Verse 5. Then the eyes of the blind shall be opened.
You see that? Now they get to see the homeland, because they were so blinded with sin, they walked in circles for 40 years. But in this time, they gonna see Yahushua's kingdom come down. Now we don't have to walk around and roam for 40 years. We can go straight away. The ones that's crying in the wilderness, that's going to prepare a way for Yahweh and build a highway for Yahweh to come meet us on. Y'all see how scriptures go together? Yeah, come on.
And the ears of the deaf shall be unstopped.
Ooh.
Then shall the lame man leap as an hart.
Oh, praise.
And the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness.
For in what?
For in the wilderness.
For in what?
For in the wilderness.
Come on.
Shall waters break out.
Ooh, come on.
And streams in the desert.
Y'all see that? So it's no longer a desolate place. See that? He that endured to the end, the same shall be what? Saved. This is all it's talking about right here. Because in that wilderness process, you're going to go through the most fiery furnace and trials and tribulations and temptation that you've ever seen before. What you going to do? You're going to buckle. You're going to fold. You're going to lay down, put your thumb in your mouth and cry. You're going to cry wolf. Or you're going to realize, dang, I am at warfare. And you're going to loose and bind Satan and cast them out to a herd of swine or in a colony of mouse or something. Yeah. Yeah. Come on.
And y'all knows all those are miracles the Messiah performed.
Yes, in the wilderness.
Yeah, he made the blind see, the deaf heard, the lame that was bound with infirmity get up, and the tongue of the dumb to sing.
Yeah.
All right, verse 7. And the parched ground shall become a pool.
Ooh.
And the thirsty land springs of water.
Hallelujah.
In the habitation of dragons, where each lake shall be grass with reeds and rushes.
Come on.
And an highway shall be there.
Now remember, it was talking about the highway at first, right? For the one who cry in the wilderness, prepare a way for Yahweh and build a highway. Now the highway is there. Except this highway gonna be made of all pure gold, boy. Imagine that. Glistening off the crystals that the walls was built of in New Jerusalem. Imagine some, boy. Man, hallelujah.
I have not seen.
Man, I can't even fathom how that's gonna look. But look, we ain't gonna never see it if we don't get our acts together. We ain't gonna never see it if we have to truly become new creatures, y'all, and truly purge and kill that old man. We have to quit bringing that old man into these new feast days, into this new covenant, into this new walk of life. Because you a liar at that point, and the truth ain't in you. And look, you know if you a liar who your father is, it ain't Yahweh. According to John 8, say your father's a liar. And look, he's a father of it. Come on.
And the way, and it shall be called the way of holiness.
Ooh.
The unclean shall not pass over it.
Ooh.
But it shall be for those.
Ooh.
But it shall be for those.
Come on.
The wayfaring man.
The wayfaring man. Come on.
Those fools shall not err therein.
Come on.
No lion shall be there. Nor any ravenous beast shall go up thereon.
It's going to be a place of peace, y'all. Come on.
It shall not be found therein. But the redeemed shall walk there.
Come on.
And the ransomed of the Most High Yah shall return and come to Zion.
Who is his ransom?
Us.
That's us. We his ransom. Come on.
With songs and everlasting joy.
Hallelujah.
Upon their heads.
Ooh.
They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away.
So do y'all get the whole point of the wilderness? The whole point is to get in the wilderness, cry out, and build that path, that bridgeway into New Jerusalem. If you're not in your wilderness process doing that, and you still doing the opposite, which is sinning, having malice on your heart, hatreds, and all these other wicked deeds and fruits of the flesh, and not fruits of the spirits, you will never see New Jerusalem. All right, well, let's lead this off at Isaiah chapter 41, 18 to 20. Isaiah 41, 18 to 20. Then we're going to do some communion, you know, be in communion with the angels and Hashemayim.
And with the Ruach.
And the Ruach.
Isaiah 41 and 18.
Hold on. Let me get that. Moving quick there.
Isaiah 41, you say, right?
Yep, I'm at 14. I'm going off. All right. Isaiah 41, family. Isaiah 41 and 18. Blow it up, let's say.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 18.
Let's get it.
I will open rivers in high places.
Ooh, come on.
And fountains in the midst of the valleys.
Come on.
I will make the wilderness.
There you go again. He gonna make these dry places, which is our mindset right now, what? A pool of water.
That's right. I will make the wilderness a pool of water, and the dry land springs of water.
Come on.
I will plant in the wilderness the cedar.
Now, what do the cedars represent? You and I. Come on.
The shittah tree. And the myrtle. And the oil tree.
And all these trees are representations of Yahushua HaMashiach. Come on.
I will set in the desert the fir tree. And the pine and the box tree together.
Ooh, come on.
Together.
Yeah. Come on.
Verse 20. That they may see and know and consider.
And what?
And consider. And understand together.
Ooh, they do what together?
And understand together that the hand of Yah hath done this, and the Holy One of Israel hath created.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All praises. So look, let's make sure we stay in this wilderness and keep this right mindset and stay righteous. All right, now y'all know what the two greatest commandments is. Love Yahweh with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your brothers and sisters as you love yourself. If you're not doing that, then you're going to fall and you're going to die in that wilderness just like our ancestors did. All right? So did we get the more of this whole entire lesson? Can we get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
What we doing next, big bro?
We about to do the breaking the bread. So, 1 Corinthians 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, brother.
Matthew 3 and Matthew 4. Matthew 3, getting to John the Baptist crying out in the wilderness. Then Matthew 4, going to Christ Yahushua being tempted in the wilderness. Yeah.
Hallelujah. We'll go 1 Corinthians 11 about the breaking the bread.
All right.
I end out this unleavened bread feast. Come on. And how about we get better?
Just happened.
How about we get better? Going down to verse it's like 23.
Yeah.
Start up in there.
Yep. For I receive. Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be 23 through 25. No, down. Let's talk about eating unworthy. You know what? Stop if you're going down the board. 27.
Yep.
Yep. Down to 30.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna read 1 Corinthians 11. We're gonna read verse 23 through 30. Hallelujah.
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 Everybody got their bread. Everybody got the cup of the vine. So little Joe got him some juice or something.
Yeah, I got him now.
That little Joe boy.
Come on.
Let's try and drink some 1738.
I got him.
You leave him in front of him.
He'll
That's
be
his
cool.
daddy's son, that boy.
That boy sleep good, boy. He's snoring like his papa.
That's the hammer.
Let's get it.
Do not put y'all cups down around these short legs.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Are we all good? Let's get it.
Everybody get y'all bread up. It's a series. You're being initiated into the bond of the covenant. The body of a Mashiach, the Messiah. It's a serious thing. No matter what you involved in life, they make you go through something. You was in a fraternity or sorority, they made you go through some type of hazing. Some type of Hellenization. No matter what you go through, even if you dealing with certain corporations, you got to sign a confidentiality.
Hey, y'all calm down and y'all listen. Especially little girl.
So
Eli.
Look at my little jump over there with his hands. So that's right, boy.
Come get fat boy.
He gonna sit down, man.
You ready to eat and cracking right here.
All right, y'all. All right, get them on up. 1 Corinthians 11:23. For I received of the master, Adon, that which also I delivered unto you, that the master Yahushua, the same night in which he was betrayed, took bread.
Hallelujah.
And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me.
Hallelujah.
Who all down to remember the Messiah and what he's done?
I am.
Hallelujah. You remember all your dead relatives, don't you? Crying and snotting over. None of us remember the major sacrifice. So if you down to remember Yahushua Mashiach, which sacrificed for us the ultimate act of love.
Hallelujah.
Let's take and eat.
Hallelujah.
All right, grab them cups. Get them cups on up. Yeah, let Joe not hold the cup. He all good. Verse 24. Verse 25. After the same manner also he took the cup.
Hallelujah.
When he had supped, saying, this cup is the New Testament in my blood.
Hallelujah.
This do ye as oft as you drink it in remembrance of me.
Hallelujah.
Partake and be worthy of partaking. Let go of all the leaven, malice, and wickedness. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Verse 26. For often as you eat this bread and drink this cup, you do show the master's death till he come. Verse 27. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread,
listen up,
bring it out. Whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the master unworthily shall be guilty of the body and blood of our master. You might as well have been Judas that sold him out.
Straight up.
Or the Romans that beat him and whipped him.
Yeah.
Or the sellout Negroes that sold him out and said, our only king is Caesar.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing when you eat this unworthily.
Yeah.
Everybody examine themselves. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Verse 28. But let a man examine himself,
And so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup. Verse 29. For he that eateth and drinketh unworthily, eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body. It's a spiritual thing we just did.
Yeah.
You've just been initiated into the body of the Messiah.
Hallelujah.
His church is called out assembly. His army on earth. That's what you just took the oath and got initiated in that.
Yeah.
All right. Verse 30. It says right here, for this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. Sleep means dead.
Yeah.
There's a highly spiritual time of the year. People die, or people weak, or people are sick because they're eating this or take what we did lightly, or sneeze at it like you could have went through all that.
Same way they died in the wilderness.
Yeah. Same way they died in the wilderness. So let us all love one another indeed in the truth.
Hallelujah.
You understand? Purge out the leaven for real, which is malice and wickedness, and be up in her sincere. The whole world done turned on you. What you doing not loving one another?
Ooh, say that again, bro.
Whole world done turned on us, man. You did. And if you don't voluntarily come together now, the Most High gonna force it.
Man.
Face it a long time ago. Holler at the Most High before he holler at you.
Hey, straight up.
You don't want him to holler at you.
Yeah.
The scripture tell you to humble yourselves.
Yeah.
You don't want him to humble you.
Straight up.
Because you ain't gonna like the results all the time.
That's right.
You feel me? People get to dying around you behind it. So he's saying, look, why you got to understand and humble yourselves. Right? He shouldn't have to come humble you. Because when he do, people get to drop him. Example, David caught himself getting mad at the Most High one time. Like that matters. But because old boy tried to stop the Ark of the Covenant from falling. Right? So he tried to stop it from falling. The Most High struck lightning out of a clear blue sky and killed dude. His name was Uzziah.
Yeah.
Bodied him. David called himself getting mad. He did. He was like, well, dang, why would the Most High kill him? Because he was trying to stop the Ark of the Covenant from falling. That was a good thing, right? The whole thing was out of order from the jump. The Ark was supposed to have been on the priest's shoulders being carried, not on no donkey carts that's boboing every 5 steps.
Yeah.
You see, it was out of order from the jump. The Most High is about complete order.
Yeah.
Right? And when he decided to strike and cash your chips in, it don't matter if you King David, he got a heart like he is or not. You see what I'm saying? So if we don't want to be judged on the spot like he was judged on the spot, get yourself together.
That's right.
You be all right, let it go. You feel me? That way we can receive the blessings.
Hallelujah.
That the Most High rain down his Holy Spirit or his Ruach, and it touch everybody's heart and mind in this place this evening.
That's right.
You understand? That's what we want. We want, and we want it to be evident.
Yeah.
You understand? We want them signs to follow. We want the gifts to follow. We want the fruits of the Holy Spirit to follow.
That's right.
But it can't if we got bitterness in our minds and resentment. Let it go and be blessed. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All praise.
All praise.
Oh, good.
So so look, how y'all finna do the food back there? Daughters of Zion, same exact way. All right, women and children, gonna get y'all lined up on. Or we gonna turn some music on.
Y'all see those arrows right there lined up, of course.
Hey, we gonna
Of
pray
course,
out.
we're gonna pray out.
Yeah, let's do it now. They
Pray out now.
they like-
I mean, we're gonna pray out later, but we can pray out now. Let's get it now.
Let's
Hey,
get it now. Let's get it
boy,
done
y'all
now.
about to stoning us,
Yeah.
man.
Let's get her done.
They ready to throw rocks, bro.
That's right. That's
Let's
right.
get it.
Let's get her done.
I'm trying to keep the food warm for y'all. My bad.
It's all good.
Y'all ain't prayed all week.
No, it's all good. We want to bring before the throne of the Most High all the sick in Israel. We want to bring before the throne our Aunt James Tilroy, who was unjustly incarcerated at this very moment. We want to bring before the throne of the Most High the house of our sister Shemayim this very second.
Most
We
definitely.
want to bring before the throne of the Most High our sister Abuna Batya that's being plagued this very second. No unclean spirit or sickness has any authority. We're going to command it to be bound and out now.
Hallelujah.
In the name of Yahushua of Nazareth, by his mighty and precious blood, and all the sick in Israel, all the sick who are plagued in mind, body, and spirit. Hallelujah.
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 Y'all get on y'all knees. Let's get it.
Let's get her done. Yes, sir.
All right, y'all know this Aaronic blessing. Go on, sing it with me. On your knees, family. Young buck, get on your knees.
Yeah, you be all right.
Let's get it. Y'all ready? Sing with me. Yabareka Yahweh Veish Merika Yahweh Pona Elika Vikuneka Yesa Yahweh Pona Elika Ve'asem Leka Shalom.
Yeah.
Ve'asem Leka Shalom. Yabareka Yahweh Veish Merika Yahweh Pona Elika Vikuneka Yesa Yahweh Pona Elika Ve'asem Leka Shalom. Ve'asem Shalom. Hallelujah. Amen. Hallelujah.
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 The Most High shall bless you. The Most High shall keep you, and He shall shine His face upon you. He will bless you, and He will keep you, and He will give you peace. Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I sing this with me. Gado Elohai Shirki Gado Elohai Koikaire Kikado Elohai Gado Elohai Shirki Gado Elohai Koikaire Kikado Elohai NehemiYAH Goshen O Khagaru ile Halel Libi Yashir Kikado Elohai NehemiYAH Goshen O Khagaru ile Halel Libi Yashir Kikado Elohai Gado Elohai Shirki Gado Elohai Koikaire Kikado Elohai. One more, y'all. Gado Elohai Shirki Gado Elohai Koikaire Kikado Elohai. In English. How great is our God? Sing with me, how great is our God? With all your voice, how great is our God? Hallelujah.
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 Come on.
Powerful, powerful. Heavenly Father, we bring before your throne our brother James Tilroy, who was unjustly incarcerated. We bring before your throne the house of our sister Shemaiah. We bring before your throne the house of our sister Amuna Batyah. We bring before your throne all the sick in Israel. We bring before your throne all the sick in this assembly who may be plagued with burning, inflammation, fever, the flu, or the coronavirus. We bind all of it powerless right now. And we command in all the name of Yahushua of Nazareth out now into a herd of swine. In the name of Yahushua Mashiach, render a judgment in our favor right now. Right now. Right now. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to raise the dead, cast out devils, cleanse lepers, and heal every man of sickness. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to give sight to the blind, hearing to the deaf, speech to the dumb, and strength to the lame. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to cast down and stomp out serpents, scorpions, principalities, Leviathan, and every ruler of darkness. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war, that wherever our presence and shadow may touch, that the devils go out and flee, and your people are delivered right now. Right now. Right now. Yahweh El Elyon, we come to you in the name of our Dome, the Master, Yahushua of Nazareth. We take authority over Satan and all his evil spirits from our position at the right hand of Yahweh, seated above every name that is named, in the power and the authority of Yahushua of Nazareth. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against an attack, to break the backs and bind the strong man powerless over every heathen nation that is oppressing your precious 12 tribes of Israel. This very second, we cast them down and we cast them out to a herd of swine. Loose yourself. Loose yourself. In the name of Yahushua of Nazareth, and by his mighty and precious blood we pray. We loosen all your ministering angels of warfare. Send forth your most militant and elite angelic warriors to break the backs and crack the skulls of every ruler of darkness and principality over all the worldwide organizations, the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati, the Rothschild bloodline, the Astor bloodline, the Bundy bloodline, the Collins bloodline, the DuPont bloodline, the Friedman bloodline, the Kennedy bloodline, the Lee bloodline, the Onassis bloodline, the Rockefeller bloodline, the Russell bloodline, the Van Dunn bloodline, and the Merovingian bloodline, the House of Saud over Saudi Arabia, that bloodline, the House of Windsor, the Popes, Jared Kushner, Henry Kissinger, Robert Gallo, and Ayatollah Khomeini, all their bloodlines we bind powerless. Loose yourself. Loose yourself. We bind the strong man over all Masonic orders and every religion, the Catholic Church and Vatican City, communist empires and YAHUDAHS governments, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, the Taliban, the CIA, MS-13, the Mafia, La Cosa Nostra, Hamas, and Boko Haram, every street gang, every street gang and drug cartel, the Illuminati, the Council on Foreign Relations, the Committee of 300, the Trilateral Commission, the World Council of Churches, the Americas, all Commonwealth nations, Canada and Mexico, every organization that has rituals that are contrary to the word of you, Yahweh, and the authority of Yahushua of Nazareth. We take authority over all foul and evil spirits, authorities, princes, kings, powers, world rulers, and the highest and mightiest servants of Satan. We bind them to be powerless. We bind them to be powerless. Loose yourself. Loose yourself. In the mighty name of Yahushua the Messiah, Yahweh, and the authority of our Dome, the Master, Yahushua the Messiah, we pronounce the judgments written in the scriptures upon the evil and greedy conspirators in and over these worldwide organizations, as it is written, Yah. We ask you to bring upon them the judgments found in Psalm 109, that chapter, Psalm 149, that chapter, and Revelation 18, that chapter. Yahweh El Elyon, the owner, the creator, and the possessor of all there is, in the name of Yahushua of Nazareth, we bring before your throne all the sick in Israel, all who may be plagued in mind, body, or spirit. Your word says whatever we bind on earth is bound in heaven, and whatever we loose on earth is loosed in heaven. We claim authority. We claim authority in Yahushua of Nazareth, who is seated at your right hand right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. We loosen all your ministering angels of health. Command them to rain down a healing that is complete, a healing that is understood right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against an attack, to break the back and bind the strong man called the coronavirus and the fear of it. And the fear of it that's plaguing the minds of your people. We declare him powerless. We cast him down and we cast him out to a herd of swine. Use us as your battle axe and weapons of war to come against an attack, to break the backs and bind up every sickness and disease that's afflicting your people this very second. We declare them powerless. We cast them down and we cast them out to a herd of swine. Loose yourself. Loose yourself. Loose yourself. Loose yourself. Loose yourself. In the authority of Yahushua HaMashiach, and by his mighty and precious blood we pray. Yahweh El Elyon, Yahweh Zebaoth, Master of the heavenly armies. We loosen all your ministering angels of warfare. Command them to rain down and crack the skulls of the coronavirus. Command them to rain down and crack the skulls of every virus and every sickness that is plaguing your people this very second. Command them to establish a protective border around your saints. Command them to come against, confound, and put down every sickness and unclean spirit that is in opposition to the well-being of your people. Command them to render a judgment in our favor right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. In the name of Yahushua of Nazareth, and by his mighty and precious blood we pray. Yahweh El Elyon, Yahweh Yireh, we loosen your ministering angels of provision and blessings. Command them to shower us with the blessings of Abraham, your dear friend. Command the blessings of Deuteronomy 28 to chase us down and overtake us. Command Ruach HaKodesh to give us a continual overflow of your spirit. Command the fruits, the gifts and signs of Ruach HaKodesh to chase us down and overtake us. That wherever the soul of our feet tread, we may boldly declare the reign of Yahweh is now. The reign of Shamayim is now. The reign of heaven is now. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Accept our petition and accept our prayer. In the name of your only begotten beloved Son, Yahushua HaMashiach of Nazareth, who is seated at your right hand right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. Right now. And through his mighty and precious blood we pray. Hallelujah. 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 Praise the mighty Yahweh. Yeah. Real thing this. That's right. We got motion. Praise. Yeah.
Sisters, y'all got a song? Oh, pray, hallelujah.
Yeah. Probably go ahead and start lining up. When they got a song, get a little music.
Oh, praise, boy. Hallelujah.
Sheet music.
That's right, baby.
Y'all get ready to go.
We got to go ahead and get nervous.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Oh, praise
Sister Reed's in the building. Hey.
Oh,
You crept in on us, how she broke.
I'm in Dallas. Yeah.
Praise. I ain't even name. Hallelujah. Our sister crept on in. She ain't afraid to observe the feast.
Oh, praise.
All praise.
Shout out to all our family came in town.
Brother Kadar in the building, his household. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
ATL in the building. My Torah, Stephen from Tampa, Florida in the building.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All praise glory now. All right, we're gonna turn some music on now. Let's get it.
We got the DMV.
The DMV in the building. Yeah.
Yeah. Where my baby at? He sleep?
Hammer.
Gonna let him down in the back?
Hammer. Come here, boy.
What you want me to do? You want me to cut this off?
Yeah.
Boy, look at your boy.
All right, y'all. Shalom.
We finna
Till
feast.
the next time. Friday evening, y'all willing. Saturday afternoon. Y'all know it don't stop.
All right, most I willing. Yahweh Zibaoth. You know what I'm saying? Calling on the heavenly angels, man. Yahweh Rock Zone. Yahweh willing. We'll see y'all later. Shalom, shalom. Peace.
Yeah.